Tarana, many of you must have been performing, dancing, and Tarana is a perfect musical piece whereby you can showcase your technical strength of Kathak artistry. But there is a very interesting story which I would like to share. Tarana originally came from the classical vocal repertoire. And in the classical vocal repertoire, there is an interesting story behind it that how Tarana came in the classical vocal repertoire. It is said so that a very brilliant singer, musician, a Persian musician, his name was Amir Khusro. He came down to India seeking fortunes into the courts of Indian king so that he could present his art, his music, and because the Indian kings were great connoisseurs and great patrons of art and artists. So Amir Khusro thought of coming to India and performing before the kings and seeking fortunes. But when he came to India, he realized that, oh, nobody's speaking Persian here, but they were speaking Hindi. And Amir Khusro did not know how to speak Hindi. But being truly an artist, a maestro, and having an excellent command on his art and music, having a great ability to compose racy rhythmic compositions, he was just listening to the sounds of Hindi language and he just picked up those sounds which kind of sounded like Hindi language and just made up his words which didn't have any meaning. But he wove those words, and because he was a great musician and a singer, he wove them in the swaras, in the musical notes with racy rhythm, and that's how he presented his art before the kings and he acquired their patronage and he was highly appreciated. Tarana means a melody. Tarana, Tarannum. In South Indian Bharatnatyam or South Indian styles, the same thing is called Tillana. The Tillana, Tarana is the same thing and it means a melody. So typical words which you find in Tarana are dim tananana, oderede, tunderede, yalaye, yalali. They are meaningless words, but when they are sung in a particular way with the music interwoven, with the notes, melodies interwoven, they create its own atmosphere, or I would say its own stance. And when it moves on into the racy speed, then it gives you a great chance to project or to present your technical artistry of Kathak style. So typically the Tarana, as I would say, um, a very well-known Tarana beginning with, typically Taranas are identified with the ragas they are woven in, like a Kalavati Tarana or Yaman Tarana or Basant Tarana or Darbari. So these are the typical ragas which are used for composing the Taranas. And when it comes to the Tarana, I must say that Gopiji was probably the first one to incorporate Tarana in the Kathak style. We will talk about him in the next episode.